There are no further hands on Zoom, Mayor Ford.
Okay, we'll go to the chambers then. Mr. Barich.
Thank you, Mayor. I want a short tale on what Laurie Alderman just said about former Cotati City Attorney Robin Donohue. That was a real farce what she did that night, misstating the law. It cost the city, at least $200,000 in legal fees. It cost me a couple years of my life and some more gray hair. Okay, but she sat right there and she misstated the law. Okay, and we tried our best to educate her so that she could cure and correct, and she refused to. And after the judge ruled against the city in my favor, she failed to come back and apologize for misstating the law. It was an egregious error on her part. And for you, Mr. Ford, you know, you've had a few weeks to consult with Mr. Bacher here on the law. And for you to embarrass me and take time from the audience tonight when you should have done your homework and contacted this nice man, which we're paying him a lot to do, and had this all worked out in advance, you wouldn't have wasted everybody's time and embarrassed yourself in the process. Now, that's about Robin Donohue. Very disappointed in how that transpired. Another item is the hotel project next to the freeway. It's an abomination. It's a clear public nuisance. I'm getting calls all the time about it. I'm stopped at the gas station about it. George, what's happening down there? I said, boy, you guys tell me, all right? You are the city leaders. You should be fessing up and explaining to the public that mess, that eyesore down there, and you just refuse to do it. That's not leadership. We expect much more out of you. Should bring that, the city attorney and the city manager should be bringing this forward for discussion. Also, our city budget is in the red. Miss Laurie Alderman has been following the budget, and we're clearly losing money. We've been losing money for years. There's nothing in reserves. The downtown specific plan should be repealed. We have not one dime for this 30-year build-out of downtown at $73 million, which adjusted for inflation, I think is $103 million. You got no money. It's a farce, and it's all on your shoulders. We need a public workshop on what we're going to go do. We're going to go back to the La Plaza plan, which made sense, or you're going to go down this rat hole and it's going to be a hill that you die on. Also, I want to comment and compliment our fine Chief Simmons back here. My suggestion was to ask Mr. Simmons if you please move to the back of the room. In case any hostilities come through the door, he can have a jump on it. He's a high-end professional. And I want to thank the city staff and the city council for taking my advice for the chief to sit in the back of the room. And also want to commend the chief. I did in an email too. He has rescheduled a revival of the Cotati Neighborhood Watch Program. Please join us. Love to see you there with my neighbors to take a bite out of crime and work with our fine police department. On announcements, I think I made myself clear. Mayor Ford, I'm hoping that you change your announcement once and for all, not to say that you love to hear from the public when you don't. You have selective hearing, sir, and it's unfortunate. It's human nature. I mean, I get it. I'm your brother in this process of governing this town, but it's a real oversight. When you delete, not return my messages for 30 years, and wonderful Miss Harvey never returned any message over 10, 15 years. It's an embarrassment. I mean, and it's really an insult to our intelligence. Clean that announcement up and allow us to speak on it, or just get rid of it.
Thank you. Anybody else in the chamber for citizen business and public comment for consent calendar items?
Okay, Mr. Ford. First off, I'd like to thank the city attorney for using some common sense about the proclamations. The same could be applied to land acknowledgement and the Pledge of Allegiance. As I said, the Brown Act says what it says. No action or discussion shall be undertaken on any item not appearing on the posted agenda. On your own agenda, it says in conformance with the Brown Act. That's part of the Brown Act. I'm sorry if you can't understand common sense, but that's what it is, and that's what you're doing. You're taking an action by saying the pledge. You're taking an action by repeating the other thing. Now, I've said it before, obviously it's not going to get through to you. Now, on that same item, the public comment on non-action agenda items, you allowed Mr. Barich and Ms. Alderman to talk about things that weren't on the agenda, that weren't non-action items. I'm going to be fair about this. I believe in following the law and your rules. Well, if they're commenting things that aren't even on the agenda and you're allowing it, that's wrong too. Now, if we go down to this thing and as far as getting through to you, I'll tell you this. I'm from the city of Dixon. I have a lawsuit in against the city of Dixon right now for holding an illegal emergency meeting. They held a meeting, there was no dire emergency. They violated the law. I'm not playing around. I'm telling you right now, I'll be contacting my same attorney, and if you continue to repeat this, saying the pledge and the land acknowledgement without having it on the agenda, you will have a lawsuit on your hand sometime within the next couple of months, because I'll be coming to these meetings until I either see it resolved or whatever. And Mr. Bacher can have a good time with that. I'm sure he'll make a few dollars off of it. And as far as the consent calendar items, do you want me to speak to that now or wait?
Now's the time.
Okay.
If you're switching to consent calendar items, you have a separate
I don't need the
3
extra 3
okay.
minutes. I just want to ask a simple question. On 9D, adopt updated records retention schedule. Do you have any plans on destroying public records? Is that part of this? Because some people have told me that's what you want to do, and I didn't see it within the agenda packet. I see a bunch of fine print on different codes and things that apply to those records, but I didn't see anything that says you're going to get rid of them. So I just want some clarification on that, if you could. Thank you.
Thank you.